लिए सबके पास पैसे, सबके पास मकान, सबके पास सारे रिसोर्सेस होने चाहिए। खाने की चीजें, किसी के पास खाने के लिए बहुत सारी चीजें हैं, किसी के पास कुछ भी नहीं है. That should not be the situation. So sustainable development means everybody makes use of the resources to the optimum level, but keeps certain amount for future generation. Higher education institutions have important role to play in sustainable development. They can forge leaders, they can develop leaders, they can incubate solutions, they can disseminate new societal values. Now, looking at, see, is it the government responsibility for sustainability? Does the government have to work, or higher education institutions also can work?
All
have to work, because see, in I'll just taking you to a brief history with regard to sustainability in higher education. Talleyrand's declaration has taken place in 1990, which mobilized university leaders for sustainability. UN Decade of Education for Sustainability Development was celebrated from 2005 to 14, and they have given 17 sustainable development goals in 2015. If you want to achieve these sustainable development goals, universities can play an important role. For example, for poverty alleviation, SDG 1, Sustainable Development Goal 1, quality education, Sustainable Development Goal 4, climate action, SDG 13, partnership, SDG 17. Poverty elevation, the learned community from the higher education can distribute resources equally among poor and the rich. They can plan some schemes for that. Quality education, higher education institutes definitely work for high quality education. Climatic action, the product of higher education are going in the society, so climate action can be taken. Partnership within nation, outside nation, in between the nations, within the discipline, interdisciplinary. So partnership can be done. That a higher education institution has got important role to play. I would like to ask you few degrees names which were present prior to NEP 2020. Can you say a few names of the degrees?
Which degree, sir?
Any degree of the higher education institution.
BSc.
Yes.
So you mean to say Kotari Commission like that, sir?
No, I am asking degree awarded by institution.
MSc,
BSc, okay.
MSc,
PhD degree.
MSc,
MA,
BSc AG,
MBBS,
PhD.
okay. So these are few of the degrees. You see, why I am discussing. You give example of subjects offered in a BSc degree. Subjects offered in a BSc degree.
TMT, sir.
Physics, chemistry, math, etc.
Zoology, botany.
Okay.
Physics, chemistry, biology, botany, geography.
Okay. Okay. Next, come to BA degree. BA degree.
History, political science,
PhD, political science, social science,
Yes.
Urdu, Hindi.
Urdu.
Okay. Okay.
History, economics.
Okay. Now, see, let me know from you whether political science is being taught in GSC degree.
Yes, sir. Now it is.
No.
No, sir.
Sir, yes, sir. Now it is allowed, sir.
No, sir.
Earlier it was not taught. Okay.
Yes, sir. Now
Whether
it is allowed.
sociology was taught for engineering programs.
Yes,
No.
sir. Yes, sir.
Earlier, no, sir.
Earlier, no, sir.
Earlier, no. Whether so there was compartmentalized education. Science students were studying science, arts students were studying arts. So now there is epistemological shift. Now after NEP 2020, we are finding that there is an epistemological shift. Earlier, yeah, please close your mics. Please close your mics. When I ask question, you can. Excuse me, sir. Please close your mic. Please close your mic. Please close your mic. अपना mic बंद करें. आप presentation में disturbance हो रहा है. See, current model was fragmented. Science students studying science, arts students studying arts, isolated silos were there. They view nature as exploitable. Their way was to exploit the resources available. Inadequate for complex problems. Climate change अगर हो रहा है, so how to tackle that? It was difficult. Now it was see. Who is speaking? Anybody can stop?
सुलभ जी अपना
Otherwise,
फोन
thank you, madam. When we look at the Indian scenario, I had given.
सुलभ जी कीजिए.
Yeah, when we look at the Indian scenario, there is a poly crisis. There's a lot of crisis. Of
अरे सुलभ जी अभी भी म्यूट नहीं हुआ है.
भाई का बेटा है एडमिशन मैनपुरी से।
अरे सुलभ जी को सुनाई देता तो वो म्यूट कर देते. सुनाई नहीं दे रहा है शायद.
ये दैनिक कोचिंग करेगा ऐसा एडमिशन नहीं करा दिया इसका। बैठ जाओ मैनपुरी से आया।
उन coordinator ma'am takes step.
तैयारी के लिए दिल्ली जाएगा।
सर अनम्यूट करिए.
क्लास कमी करेगा और तैयारी के लिए दिल्ली जाएगा वहाँ पर। हाँ अभी सही इसको कोई कोचिंग वगैरह ले लेगा।
क्या हमारा प्लेन विदाउट पायलट जा रहा है क्या?
बड़ी मौसी हमारी मम्मी की बड़ी बहन है जो। इसका टॉप में नाम था लिस्ट में।
मजा सर आपको म्यूट कर दीजिए इन लोगों को।
सर जी प्लीज म्यूट योरसेल्फ.
वो मैम उसके निकालना है भेजने के लिए वहाँ पर। हाँ वो भिजवा देते हैं। हाँ वो सोचो निकालना।
Sir, you are attending program or you are doing duty?
उनको म्यूट कर दीजिए.
Only
Also, I think he should be removed from this group. He should be removed from this group.
Maza sir can do.
प्रोटेस्ट करानी है।
India is facing a poly crisis of sustainability challenges. We face pollution. We have got water stress. We have got climate change vulnerability. Various issues are there. Few examples I gave in the beginning. India has made bold climate commitment. It is called Panchamrit. Panchamrit in Conference of Partnership 26. We have promised that we are going to develop 500 gigawatt of non-fossil energy by 2030. We have also promised for 50% of energy from renewable resources. 50% of renewable energy from renewable resources. We want to reduce carbon emission by 1 billion ton till 2030. And we would like to reduce carbon intensity of the country by 45%. By 2070, we are going to make this 45% also zero. These 5 promises we have made at climatic change conference called Panchamrit. Fulfilling these commitments require national efforts, technological innovation policy, societal commitment, and all nurtured within higher education institutions. That is possible in higher education institutions. When we are talking about higher education institutions, and I have been asked to talk about NEP 2020's vision in sustainability. So that is why we are going to look into sustainable education, holistic and multidisciplinary education, Higher Education Commission of India. Then we are going to look into National Research Foundation, internationalization of education, these aspects. Sustainable education, when I am talking about sustainable education, see, earlier there were silos of subjects. Now, revolutionary intent is there and content heavy structure is being removed now. First, now there is a flexibility. You can choose anything. As some of you said that higher education should develop critical thinking, creativity, and social responsibility so that sustainable education can be reached. Key provisions include enable us sustainability oriented higher education. So that is why National Education Policy is talking about sustainability. In National Education Policy, we say that a flexible curricular structure is there. When flexible curricular structure, earlier science students were studying science, arts students were studying arts, commerce students were studying commerce, medical and engineering students were studying their programs. Now, all these people are going to study their own curriculum, discipline-specific curriculum, then discipline-specific electives, general electives, or ability-enhanced electives. I have got this one here. If possible, I'll try to share, but whether this will come or no, I do not know. System is slow. Just have a look of this. This is a structure I am showing you of Delhi College, Delhi University. Maybe in your universities also, when you are talking about integrated programs, you might have structured your programs like this. There is a DSC, there is elective from which one elective has to be taken. Generic elective is also going to be there. Choose one from pool of courses. Ability enhancement, choose one from pool of AAC courses. Skill enhancement courses. Skill enhancement, choose one from the pool of courses. Then integrate internship and apprenticeship will be there. Then value addition courses will be there. So these are different kind of courses which are available. Now coming back to, my presentation has stopped. Just give me a minute. So now it is not only one particular program which the students are going to study. They are going to study various programs. Yeah. Is it visible now?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Just wait, it will come in a second.
Yes, sir. Visible
Yeah.
now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now coming to creative combination, it depends on the creativity of the student, institute, or the parents or anybody. They can choose combination. Like Massachusetts Institute of Technology, engineers study drawing also. That can also be a combination. How it is done? We accumulate credits, 4 credits from one particular course, 2 credits from another course, 4 credits from online program, 2 credits from neighboring institute. All those credits, like getting wages from different places, no, we accumulate in our pocket. So academic bank of credit, we earn academic credits and store in our academic bank of credits, which is called as ABC. ABC is useful because after 1 year, the student can take a dropout. He'll get under graduate certificate. After 2 years, he can drop out, means come out, exit, and he will get undergraduate diploma. If he completes 3 years, he'll get a graduation degree. So that kind of provision are there. 4 years, he'll get an honors degree. Here, we would like to foster interdisciplinary mindset of attacking any goal. Earlier, you might have seen that there were different institutes like UGC, AICTE, NCTE, ICAR, BCI, MCI. All these will be put together in one Higher Education Council of India, which is going to work for sustainability and through these councils. About these councils, I am telling in the next slide. National Higher Education Regulatory Council. It regulates that institute should display or disclose and report about sustainability measures, what they have taken on their website, or communicate to National Higher Education Regulatory Council. National Accreditation Council gives accreditation based on your work for carbon footprints, curriculum greening, student engagement, etc. Next is Higher Education Grants Council will provide grants for educational institutions for interdisciplinary programs, research centers, etc. General Education Council is going to lay down the curriculum like National Higher Education Qualification Framework for the undergraduate or postgraduate programs. All this is done under the umbrella of Higher Education Council of India. There is, NEP is talking about National Research Foundation. Research, we were doing research, education people were doing research in education, science people were doing research in their laboratories, biologists were doing specific research in biology, technology people were doing research in technology. Now convergence approach is going to be there according to NEP 2020, so that we can integrate knowledge and methodologies from different disciplines to tackle complex or specific issues. Specific issues like green hydrogen, circular economy of plastics, climate resilient agriculture, green hydrogen, you can see climate resilient agriculture or circular economy. For this, we need engineers, we need social scientists, we need social experts, economists, etc. So National Research Foundation, which is proposed in 2020 National Education Policy, is going to tackle all the sustainable development issues. Internationalization of higher education. Higher education institutions are being established in India. Our students are going abroad for higher education. We expect students from other countries to come and study in our campuses. So naturally, there is going to be a student exchange. When student exchange is there, definitely they are going to talk about sustainability. Enable learning from global perspective practices. We can see when our people are there in foreign countries, they don't throw garbage on the road because they will be fined, and roads are clean and neat, so they avoid doing that. But when they come to India, they throw the garbage on the road. So global best practices have to be adopted in India. That is what is possible if internationalization of education is there. I am giving a general example, but we can relate it to our higher education institutes. And we have got our own Indian knowledge system, through which we have made a lot of spices available to the globe. Our culture, our dance formats, our constructions are very much known across the globe. This has to be known to them. That is only possible through internationalization of higher education. I've given an example of Ruh Afza. As you know, that Ayurveda and Unani is very much Indian traditions which is available. If that has to be known to others, like say for example, Ruh Afza, we have been using for so many years. That is a good example which can be shared with them. Ayurveda, Unani, etc. also can be shared. If we want to do sustainable development, what should be the institutional approach? How the institution is going to approach? I've got few questions to be asked, but I do not know, in a group like this where hundreds of you have joined, if one starts speaking and doesn't mute his mic, it disturbs others. You think I will pose a question. Don't respond. You just start thinking. What approach will you follow for sustainability in your institute? You are a teacher, you are a head of the institution, you are head of the department, you are working in office, and you want to achieve sustainability. What approach will you follow? That is my one question. What about different subjects to be taught? What subjects you are going to teach for achieving sustainability? What teaching methodology you are going to adopt? These were the few questions I wanted to pose before you, so that we can try to get a solution or answers of these questions as we go further. Last question of mine is, what measures would you like to take with regard to food wastage, water scarcity, greenery, rainwater harvesting, waste management, e-wastage? These are few of the examples. Plenty of these things. How will you involve community experts in sustainability in your institution? These are the few questions which have to be kept in mind when we progress in our next part of the presentation. Institutional framework for sustainability. I am talking sustainability from the perspective of an institution. You consider university as a laboratory. You can consider community engagement with the institution to attain sustainability. To attain sustainability, you can do some research and development work. What are those things? Let us look into this. First of all, systemic curriculum greening. We have to attain greening through systemic curriculum development. You can completely design one program for sustainability, or you can design few courses which can help you to achieve sustainability. For example, when I'm talking about a program on sustainability, you can have BSc climate science. I'm not talking about only science. I'm talking about MBA sustainable finance. Second program example. When I'm talking about different courses, you can have different courses which can help us to achieve environmental, social governance. Like you can have business, sustainable design in architecture. This is one. Or you can have, as I said, one complete program or part of the program. Or don't give as part of the program as one course. You give hidden or inbuilt curriculum. When we were teaching B.Ed, we were asked to include population education in our lesson plan. Like, for example, if I am teaching mathematics, I am going to give an example. If two sons are there and 2 acres of land is there, then how father is going to distribute? 1 acre each. If he is having 4 sons or 8 sons, how he is going to distribute? What is happening if the population is increasing? So this is how the inbuilt or hidden curriculum will be there regarding sustainable development. Innovative pedagogies. I asked you what kind of pedagogy you are going to make use of. I am having cup of tea, along with my presentation. When we are talking about pedagogy is not within the classroom alone. It will be outside the classroom also. Pedagogy will be based on the place of education. Coastal areas, they will think about sustainable development in the coastal area. Those people who are in desert like in Rajasthan, they will plan how to make desert into a green land. That can be their sustainable thought. Problem-based learning is another area which can be thought of with real-world examples. And community-based participation is another thing, because we find farmers in the community, we find those who have constructed dams in the community. They can be brought to the classroom for sustainable development. University is a laboratory where you can teach them sustainable development. Focus on continuous improvement. You have to focus on continuous improvement. And recently I was in an inspection of a B.Ed college. I saw that they have taken ISO standard certificate for their green campus. So such actions can also be taken. We have got a beautiful example of Manipal Academy of Higher Education, which has got green campus. We have got Jindal Global University. I am giving you a few photographs of these institutions. See, when we talk of digital sustainability, I initially showed you a picture of e-wastage. E-waste should not be created. We have to have purchasing policy, energy efficient hardware. For that, I am giving an example. When computer was first developed and vacuum tubes were used, if the computer was switched on, the entire city was going in darkness. So much energy it was consuming. Now also a lot of energy is being consumed by our devices. So we have to see how these energy consumptions can be reduced. So policies have to be laid down. E-wastage policies, like protocols, have to be done for collection, refurbishment, and recycling. We are getting equipments, how we are refurbishing them, how we are recycling, where we are throwing. I was a registrar of Central University of Karnataka. There I saw that chemical waste was generated. So we had to devise a policy how this waste has to be disposed of. So That kind of thinking has to be done. Promoting digital literacy. Digital literacy has to be promoted. Educating carbon footprints of digital activities. What carbon footprints? I'm not going in details, although I have given picture here. So let us look into few examples of Manipal Higher Education Academy. Here, solar panels are being used for heating water or generating electricity. You can see here recycling of water, wastewater. I have taken these examples from Manipal Academy. Here, Jindal Group of institutions, a lot of solar energy they are making use of. Zero wastage is being zero wastage as far as food has to be done. Like we have got hostel. So say for example, I was provost of our university where I was managing hostel for more than 1,000 students. 1,000 students food you cook, but only 700 students eat. So that means some of the food is being wasted. Is it the time to close or what it is? How much time we have?
Near about, sir, 40
Till 2
minutes.
p.m. sir.
Till 2 p.m. Till 2 p.m. Okay. So wastage will be generated. How to dispose of that wastage? Like we had a system we used to give to a person who was rearing pigs, and those pigs can survive on the waste food, means waste food generated from the hostel. So that is how we were managing. New policies can be thought of. When I was discussing with my wardens, I thought that I came across a situation that RO water was being provided to our students in our university. When RO water facility is given, lot of, see, if for generating 1 liter of RO water, maybe 2-3 liters water is wasted because high density water was available in our campus. So what to do regarding the waste water? I said you utilize the waste water for cleansing the utensils. Secondly, I asked them to route the water for greenery on the campus. Madam, kindly mute your microphone. Without the help of the admin, it's difficult to manage. I need a pilot to monitor my class. See, I have written an article about my university, Urdu University, Ye Ilm Ka Shahar Ghar Hai Mera, where I am talking about the flora, fauna available on the university, the greenery of the campus. So we need to work continuously on that. As an example, I gave you community engagement. Community engagement is another aspect which has to be exploited. From the institutional perspective, I spoke about university as a laboratory. I gave certain examples of other universities and our own universities and our work which we have done. Coming to community engagement, national education policy, through that we are getting a hint that Unnat Bharat Abhiyan has to be established, where the institution goes to rural communities and work along with them for sustainable development. We can leverage technical expertise, agriculture improvements, water management, renewable energy, and livelihood enhancement. Like in this picture, I am showing you few institutions making a physical visit and helping the rural areas through Unnat Bharat Abhiyan. Continuing with that, what a university can integrate universities' core functions like teaching and research with community for sustainable development. Faculty, please switch off your microphone, madam.
सुमित्रा जी, सुमित्रा जी, म्यूट रहिए प्लीज। सुमित्रा जी,
See, physically, meeting physically is better because you will be concentrating on the presentation, looking at the presenter. You need not drive or talk to others. What is generally found.
नहीं किया है। सुमित्रा मैडम प्लीज म्यूट योरसेल्फ। अरे यार,
Somebody has raised hand. Who is that? Somebody has raised hand.
सर
Then
बाय
faculty and
सर बाय मिस्टेक भी हो सकता है। आप कंटिन्यू कीजिए ना।
नहीं पूछना जरूरी था, एक मैंने पूछ लिया, अगर नहीं है तो ठीक है। Faculty students can co-create knowledge along with the community. Like suppose there is a water scarcity in a particular rural area, faculty and students can start pondering or thinking about that. It is not the aspect of only one discipline, only science students can do, or art students can do, or technology students can do. All can work together. And especially community can be involved in that. Respect community wisdom. What we don't know, the community people know it better because they are residing there. So research should be relevant to that. Can lead to social innovation hubs on the campus. We can start by doing so incubators or community-led enterprises. How Swiggy, Zomato, etc. started. Based on the society demand, technologists have thought how to fulfill their demands. Coming to research and development, what is our national education policy is talking about? Research and development has to be done, and it has to be done on the indigenous knowledge system or Indian knowledge system. Indian knowledge system, when we talk of, we think only for 5,000 years before what was there. But over the period of time also, lot of improvement has taken place. You see here in this picture, I have taken from the internet, for hair growth, lot of advertisements have come by these people, tribal people, who are generating some oil through which hair can grow more. So if that is the situation, then this has to be made available for the entire nation. Not only in the nation, they can patent and make it available for others also. So that Indian knowledge has to be harnessed. Bishnoi community, which was more popular because of Salman Khan's case also, they respect their environment, they respect their animals which are residing. So that they have got a lot of knowledge about their surrounding. So that has to be made known to everybody. Research has to be done so that sustainable development can be achieved. If sustainable development has to be achieved through your institution, and national education policy is also talking about, then a structure, a formal governance structure has to be developed. Like I said that initially how sustainable development was integrated in higher education. The vice chancellors or directors of the institutes should be aware of bringing sustainable development through higher education. Then they can create councils of teachers who can take up the issues. Then one officer can be nominated as chief sustainability officer who can take care of the entire situation. Strategic sustainable plan can be developed. You can plan sitting along with the stakeholders. Baseline assessment, there is no water. Sit with the village people, see why there is no water, or ponds are getting evaporated, and earlier ponds were there are no ponds now. water connectivity is not there. Assess. Stakeholder consultation has to be done. And set your goal, which can be specific, measurable, attainable, then relevant or time bound. Smart goals have to be set. Action plan has to be developed and implemented. And finally, implement and monitor and evaluate. These are the things which can be done. In the present scenario, as you know, we are using lot of digital devices. At higher education institutions, this is more pertinent. So use LMS and MOOCs to deliver sustainable development content. Say, for example, if you are developing a sustainable development content, a course that can be delivered through SWAYAM for other institutes. In electives, as I said, you can design an entire program or part of the program, or you can make an inbuilt or hidden curriculum that can be achieved through LMS and MOOCs. You can see, when you construct a house, you see how house is being constructed through virtual reality or augmented reality. You can similarly think about sustainable development when the city is growing, or when you are planning new ventures in the village or your locality. Simulate environmental experiments, interactive campus lessons can be developed. Smart campus management can be done through optimized energy, manage grids, how and where the connections will be made, predict maintenance, how maintenance has to be done. Then efficient transport, for example, instead of using four-wheelers, petrol vehicles, diesel vehicles, you make use of efficient transport. Advanced research can be done, model climate change, identify biodiversity loss. If biodiversity loss is there, what measures can be taken? Recently, the case of University of Hyderabad was in news, that 400 acres of land was being taken by the state government. And the university came with the facts that this was a kind of a forest land where the were available. And if you construct buildings, then all the animals will be lost. So think of various aspects how the climate can be preserved. When we talk of sustainability, what comes to our mind is, what is the cost for any program? If you are head of the institution, you will start thinking, what is the cost? Sustainability is there. If I am spending on solar panels now, how it is going to help me? Where I am going to bring funds from? These issues which are in the minds of the administrator. Say, for example, if you are talking about rain harvesting, entire rain you are going to bring it to one particular area and save it for future. But for doing that, how much you are spending? What is my rate of investment for energy efficiency, water cycling, waste management, etc.? You see here, waste management plant is there. So what is the investment I'm going to do? Here, solar panels are used for charging battery of a car. Here, waste management, I have shown, waste management is being segregated. All these things require some investment. For example, solar plant rate of investment is 5 to 7 years. If you spend something, then your expenditure will be recovered in 5 to 7 years. Solar panels are installed, the energy generated, what bill was coming earlier, till 5 to 7 years, you will be saving. After 5 to 7 years only, will be saving the bill. If university vice chancellor is appointed for 5 to 7 years. He prefers that within 5 to 7 years only, this fruits should come. He doesn't look into the aspect beyond that. If somebody is sowing the seed and other person is extracting the fruits, then definitely nobody would like to venture into that. So economical aspect also they look into that. But Generation Gen Z is always concerned about the environment. They want to look into the sustainability factor. They want to they get attracted to the campuses which are clean, green, and environment friendly. So you develop your institution in such a format so that it will be useful for you. Economical case for sustainability, continuing with that. If a lot of investment is there, from where we are going to get funds? See, you can get funds from corporate social responsibility. You can get from funds from institutes like UGC, and now it will be renamed in a different format. They will give funds. Clear sustainability strategies attract funding. You give sustainability strategies, then funding will start emerging. Fostering green innovation. If you want green innovation to come, green tech incubators and support student startup. Within the institute also you can support student startup so that green and sustainable environment can be achieved. Say for example, you see here, this is a spoon which is being used for eating. But the specialty of this spoon is that it after you eat the chocolate or ice cream, the spoon also can be eaten. So it is an edible spoon. You look into this water paper box. If water is being supplied through plastic bottles, then plastic cannot be degraded. In such a case, the new startups have started developing a paper box which can store water and distribute. So let us develop some startups in the campus so that green economy can be generated and which can create future university revenue. There are challenges. I was telling you about higher education granting council. High upfront capital costs are there, need government support. Universities cannot start. Creative financing has to be thought of. That is a challenge. Who is going to think? Industry and alumni can fund for the higher education institution. Capacity and capability gap is there. We are thinking about climate change. Educationist cannot solve, doctor cannot solve, engineer cannot solve, but all together if we sit and then interdisciplinary approach can be used for sustainability. Pedagogy and administrators for complex projects need for nationwide faculty development. Now new curriculum is being developed. So somebody is learning engineering as well as poetry together. Somebody is learning engineering and art of drawing. So new areas are emerging. Probably we can be able to tackle those situations. Metrics, standard metrics, how to verify how sustainability is being achieved. It cannot be a single or fair effective framework for assessing the institution. So NAC and NIRF have to develop a new framework for assessing institutions how they are maintaining sustainability. So this is another thing. Now I'm on the verge of conclusion. So what we have seen is NEP is giving us foundation so that sustainable development can be achieved. Philosophical reorientation is there. Earlier, we were thinking of content-rich, discipline-specific higher education. Now, there is nothing like that. Move sustainability to the core of higher education. Earlier, we were thinking to award degrees. We were not at all worried about the environment. Now, the sustainable environment is also part of our curriculum. We were foster holistic and multidisciplinary and value-based education. We have seen that engineers of higher institutions are available on the campus or outside in the city, but they are not able to cope up with simple problems of their life. So value-based education also should be given. Empowers institution. You can develop, for example, you can develop atom bomb, a nuclear bomb, but if you lack ethical values, then you can drop on any nation. So that was a critical case of India-Pakistan war also. So we need to have value orientation also. Empower institutions with autonomy and research through NEP. Earlier, without NEP, we were not able to empower higher education institutions. Now we are giving autonomy and research funding through NEP. What are the challenges? Leadership is the basic challenge. We cannot think that what I have done in my period. We can think, we have to start thinking how the institution is going to survive, how the sustainable development will be made part of the curriculum or the institutions. Universities as wisdom cultivating ecosystem, they have to become preparing students for purposeful life. This is a small final slide of mine I'm talking about. You can see that embracing green mandate, opportunity to reduce environmental footprint. Our footprint on the environment is wherever we stay, we throw garbage. Deforestation we do, we construct concrete jungles, we destroy forests, we are targeting animals, fauna and flora across us. So we are leaving that kind of footprint on our environment. But we have to give a green mandate to this. Produce sustainably literate leaders. Through our higher educational institutions, we have to develop leaders who are literate on sustainability. Drive innovations for India's climate goals. We have to drive innovation for India's climate goals. As I told you, Panchamrit is our goal. To achieve that by 2070, what are the specific steps we have to take? Those have to be attained. Enhance global standing of higher education institutions. Our higher education institutions are now slowly trying to emerge at the global perspective, and sustainable development is going to play a crucial role in future, and that is why sustainability has to be integrated in higher education institutions. Tangible impact on ground and graduate minds have to be created. Examples, restored lakes. There are few examples. While closing, I'll give one example regarding that. Student-led startup. I gave few examples like edible spoon, then paper box water bottle. Careers in environmental justice, justice and law also are going to have new areas emerging. Collective shift towards ecological consciousness have to be made by making sustainable development part of the higher education institutions in the context of NEP implementation of NEP 2020. The higher education institutions are going to play an important role. That means we are going to achieve a Viksit Bharat for India. So this should be our goal. I am giving a simple example of a lake here. You know, Amir Khan and his team are working in Maharashtra in villages for water preservation. So this is one example which can help the farmers. You know, recently this bridge was in news. It is one of my professor friend's niece who has constructed after 17 long years of work on this bridge without destroying the environment. That engineer has worked. So this is an asset to the nation, which was inaugurated by the Prime Minister. I have got a video, but if I click, it will play slowly, go slowly. So andragogy or education at the higher level is not giving ideas from outside. It is taking your own experiences. I would like to ask you to share your ideas regarding sustainable development, how you are going to achieve within your institution. So this was my brief presentation regarding sustainability in higher education. I thank the organizer, Professor Nasreen, and Director MMTTC for giving me an opportunity to share my thoughts on this occasion.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Did you understand?
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Organizers are there.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Procedure.
sir.
What is the?
Thank you, sir.
I have to
Thank you.
myself, or the organizers are available. Share. Thank you for your comments, for your observations. Your emojis and your comments are encouraging me. I hope I was able to communicate.
Very well, sir. Thank you.
Anybody is made leader or who can speak, or we have to close? Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. I hope you understood NEP from the perspective of sustainability.
Yes, sir.
I have given a different angle. Generally, I work in ICT in education, but I was asked to speak about sustainability in higher education. So I have prepared this presentation for your group.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay.
सर लेक्चर बहुत अच्छा था.
जी जी, thank you. Thank you, madam. You can give oral observation also. There are 9 minutes. क्या आपने सस्टेनेबिलिटी के बारे में कभी सोचा था या कभी यूज किया था?
हाँ सर, किया था, कर रही हूँ। आई एम फ्रॉम वेस्ट बंगाल कॉलेज, रूरल बैकवर्ड कॉलेज फ्रॉम कोलकाता, from West Bengal actually, Purbo Medinipur. So the department, I'm from the Department of Geography. In the Department of Geography, we started an innovative practice that first is whenever there is a seminar going on, the inauguration, in the inauguration time, we light a diya, a lamp.
Okay.
We have
Correct.
started stopping it. We plant trees instead.
Very good.
And
Very good
also,
initiative.
and also, sir, I have started an initiative that in the Department of Geography, means I take up the whole of the college and started a competition about click the greens. So whenever the students are being told, since we are from rural college, I must say that the rural people are much aware. They love the nature. They love where they reside. So
बिल्कुल सही है मैम।
I started this campaign that you have a smartphone, click the greens, the practices going on in helping greens, because by
Correct,
that
sir.
way, and then we make an exhibition of it, and there's a competition in the college, inter-class competition, interdepartmental competitions. So in our, we have seen that the students, they have started loving where they stay. They have started loving the greens also. So in that way,
उन्नत
we
भारत
encourage it.
अभियान है, उन्नत भारत
Sir-
अभियान आप यूज कर रहे हैं?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We have already adopted some of the 5 villages. We have adopted and taken responsibility of fostering greenery over there,
ओके।
and also
रघुराज
using ICT based techniques.
रघुराज सिंह जी, आप कुछ बोलना चाह रहे हैं?
जी सर, मैं ये कहना चाह रहा हूँ कि सर जो विलेज एरिया है वहाँ पे गार्बेज का मैंने ढेर नहीं देखा जितना कि मैंने सिटी में देखा है, क्योंकि वहाँ
हाँ,
पर जो
बिल्कुल सही।
ज्यादातर जो बायोडिग्रेडेबल वेस्ट होता है वो काऊ डंग के साथ में, जो भी डंग्स है उसके साथ में डिकम्पोज कर दिया जाता है, तो बहुत सारा प्रॉब्लम तो वहाँ पर इसी से सॉल्व हो जाता है। तो मुझे लगता है ये एजुकेशन की कम जो है, माइंड सेट की ज्यादा प्रॉब्लम है, क्योंकि
बिल्कुल सही कह रहे
विलेजर
हैं। लिखे पढ़े लोग शहरों में रहते हैं, लेकिन माइंडसेट जो है विलेजर्स का अच्छा है सस्टेनेबिलिटी को लेके। बहुत अच्छा पॉइंट है, सही बात है।
सर मेरी कॉलेज प्लास्टिक फ्री जोन है और वहाँ पे भी रूरल बच्चे आते हैं, तो हमें अच्छा लगता है कि वो बच्चे ना स्टील का डिब्बा लेके आते हैं टिफिन में, और वो वहाँ पे आके जो पानी पीते हैं, तो ज्यादातर बच्चे नहीं ले आते हैं, बॉटल नहीं ले आते हैं। हमारे वहाँ पानी पीने का व्यवस्था है, तो वो वही यूज करते हैं और इसमें उसको कोई गिल्टी फील भी नहीं होता है, और हम लोग भी ऐसा यूज करते हैं।
टीचर्स से ही बच्चे बहुत सारी चीजें सीखते हैं, तो इसलिए चाहिए कि टीचर्स जो है एक रोल मॉडल बन के उभरे। आप करिकुलम में कहीं पर सस्टेनेबिलिटी को इंक्लूड करते हैं क्या?
सर हमारा कैरिकुलम तो मोस्टली यूनिवर्सिटी डिजाइन करता है, तो हमारे पास वो कैरिकुलम को आगे फॉरवर्ड ले जाने के लिए सेमिनार्स, वर्कशॉप्स और वेरियस मतलब क्लास के बीच बीच में कुछ सिखाना और हर एक मॉड्यूल के साथ कनेक्टिविटी तैयार करना नेचर का, ये हम लोग करते हैं। लेकिन पूरा का पूरा कैरिकुलम डिजाइनिंग तो यूनिवर्सिटी करता है। वी आर फ्रॉम अंडर
बिल्कुल सही मैम। जैसे मैंने अभी आपको बताया, एक तो करिकुलम में आप पूरा का पूरा प्रोग्राम डिजाइन कर सकते हैं सस्टेनेबिलिटी के बेसिस पे, या प्रोग्राम के कुछ सब्जेक्ट्स या कोर्सेज जो होते हैं उसको डिजाइन कर सकते हैं यूनिवर्सिटी लेवल पे। अगर दोनों जगह नहीं हो पा रहा है तो टीचर तो क्लासरूम का राजा है, क्लासरूम के अंदर सस्टेनेबिलिटी कहीं पर भी इंटीग्रेट करके वो बोल सकता है। जैसे मैंने पॉपुलेशन एजुकेशन की एग्जाम्पल आपको बताई। कोई और जो जिसने बात नहीं की है, अगर वो बोले तो बहुत अच्छा लगेगा।
हमारे सिलेबस में है, कल्याणी यूनिवर्सिटी के अंदर एक पूरा पेपर है सस्टेनेबिलिटी के ऊपर, उसमें नाटक है, बहुत सारी स्टोरीज है, एक उपन्यास है किन्नर राय का प्रकृति पाठ, बंगाली में, वो एक पूरा पेपर इस पर है, एनवायरमेंटल एंड सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट, कल्याण यूनिवर्सिटी।
बिल्कुल सही, बिल्कुल सही। देखिए मैडम, मैं
सर
साइंस के पर्सपेक्टिव से सस्टेनेबिलिटी देख रहा था, आपने लैंग्वेज और नाटक के पर्सपेक्टिव से बताया, बहुत अच्छा है। बोलिए सर।
सर
बोलिए सर।
मैं अलीगढ़ से बात कर रहा हूँ सर। हमारे यहाँ राजा महेंद्र प्रताप यूनिवर्सिटी में सर थर्ड सेमेस्टर में सर एक पेपर है को करिकुलर में, ह्यूमन वैल्यूज एंड एनवायरमेंटल स्टडीज। तो सर उसमें ये पार्ट है सर, सस्टेनेबिलिटी का पार्ट है। तो हम सर उसमें थोड़ा हमारे यहाँ चलता है सर, ये बच्चों को उसके बारे में अवेयर किया जाता है सर।
बिल्कुल सही सर, आपकी यूनिवर्सिटी अपडेटेड है और नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसी भी कह रही है कि इंटीग्रेट करना चाहिए।
यस सर।
मैंने अलग अलग पैरामीटर से, अलग अलग पर्सपेक्टिव से बताया। कंस्ट्रेंट्स भी हैं कि करिकुलम डिजाइन करने वाले क्रिएटिव माइंड्स की कमी है, बावजूद इसके आपकी यूनिवर्सिटी ने किया है। दैट्स अ वेलकम स्टेप सर। सो लेट अस ट्राई टू क्लोज, ओनली 3 minutes आर देयर। लंच के वक्त में आप बैठ के मुझे सुने और इंटरेक्ट किए, अपने ऑब्जर्वेशंस बताए और आपको मेरा इंटरेक्शन अच्छा लगा। बहुत ये सुनकर बहुत अच्छा लगा। थैंक यू ऑल।
थैंक यू सर।
थैंक यू सर।
थैंक यू
सो मच
सर।
सर।
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
थैंक यू
Sir.
सर। थैंक यू सर।
Thank you, sir.
थैंक यू सर।
Thank you, Dr. Shah.
सर।
थैंक यू। आई एम
Thank you,
लिविंग।
sir.
थैंक यू सर।
थैंक यू सर।
Thank you very much, sir.
जेबी सर। जेबी सर।
बताइए बताइए बताइए।
बोलिए सर।
लेफ्ट हो जाइए, आप क्या कर रहे हैं?
अरे
हाँ? सेशन, हेलो, सेशन आउट हो गया ना?
थैंक यू सर।